Hey, this is Coach Betts. Nice to meet you. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a breakdown of what I see with your runner's form. So the first thing I look at when I hear somebody say that they can't get any faster is their running mechanics. Okay, how are we running? Because you could run all day and you can do a whole bunch of training, but once you get to a certain high level, you reach a plateau if you don't fix certain things. So at this point, she's probably reached a plateau. She looks like she's in good shape. She has good turnover, but I can see that there's some things that she needs to work on. So let's take it to this frame right here. Okay, so we go from once she touches the ground. So she's in like good, this is like running position, runner stance. We go from here. The knee drive is up. We reach this position, and then we reach this position. So wait, let's go back right here. Okay, so there's a slight forward angle of the shin. Okay, so the shin is like parallel to this line, right? That means that at ground contact, she's contacting the ground. She's probably not landing on her heel. I can't see if she's landing on her heel or not, but this position means that she's going to spend more time on the ground because the leg is out front like that. What we really want is from this position, we want the knee to go up a little bit more, and we want the angle of the shin to stay like this. Okay, so from here, from this position, we should go either up, the knee should go up and then come down, or we should go straight down to the ground. So she kicks out a little bit right here. Okay, now then by the time she hits the ground, like right here, if you look at this angle, she's close to hitting the ground. And we see it's still a forward angle, right? And so this is called a positive shin angle when we want negative or perpendicular shin angles. And so what this means is that she's going to spend longer on the ground. So if we were to time her ground contact, I can't see her foot, so I can't really time it. But let's say she touches the ground. It looks like she touches the ground almost right here. And then we're 1, 2, 3, 4 frames until she leaves the ground again. So in order for her to get faster, you have to decrease this ground contact time, okay? So that is the number one thing that you want to focus on, is getting her off of the ground. I can also tell that she doesn't, I don't know how tall she is, but I can tell that she doesn't take a big enough stride length. So right here, because we see that right here from this frame, this back leg kicks up, and this knee doesn't come up any farther. So that means she's not using enough of her hips to take a bigger stride. She could definitely take bigger strides. Okay, so we're here. Let me, can I zoom back out? I don't think so. So here again, this next frame, we have that shin angle. Okay, so again, she's going to spend a lot more time on the ground. Okay, so also you want to look at where the athlete's hips are when, there we go. Where the hips are in relation to the feet when she touches the ground. So it looks like she touches the ground right here. Okay, so again, now we want to look at the hips in relation to the foot. Okay, the center of mass in relation to the foot. Okay, so that's how far away we are. Now, what we really want is at the time that toe touches the ground, okay, at the same time, we want the hips to be directly over the toe, okay? So as in this picture right here, hips over the toe, but we want that to happen back here, okay? So that means that because she's here and kicking out a little bit, this right here is the problem. You're losing, see how her body is moving, but her center of mass isn't really moving forward. Okay, we're moving forward here, we're moving forward here, we're moving forward here. Okay, where the hips are moving forward. But right here, there's no forward motion. at all, right? Barely. And so that's the issue, is that she's running and she's cycling, but you lost all your power right here. She needed to extend those hips. So for example, let me see if I can, I hope this is clear. So she's here. This is the hip extension, and the knee is slightly bent, right? So that means, and it's also like she's going, like you can see the leg looks like this. Okay, so that means that we could have pushed through the hips a little bit more. So then from here, what we would like to see is more so, like she extends the hips more, right? She extends, but then what we see, instead of this right here elevating and coming up to here, you see the foot kick out, right? So you can see that huge foot kick out. We're here, and then we're here. Okay, so that means that there's too much foot swing and not enough hip engagement and pushing. Again, not her body's not moving that far forward, just a little bit. And then we have the kick out, and we have the huge butt kick. Also, if we look back at the direction, the path of the back leg. So, okay, I mean the back foot. So we have the back foot here. Okay, and then we go up. We kick out, kick, butt. Okay, I'm just gonna do this so you can see what I mean here. Okay, so this is the path of this foot, right? As we can see. Now what you want is from here, I mean, this is okay, but it should look more so something like here, where we're driving the knee forward more, and we're not ending up in a huge butt kick, okay? So we should more so be here and bringing that foot underneath the butt. But this knee, by the time she touches the ground in this position, her knee should be here. Okay, so that knee should be up, and we should be in, where's this line? Where did it go? Oh, we should be in this position right here when she touches the ground. Okay, so I hope that this makes sense. But so her biggest issue, she needs to work on taking bigger strides, but pushing with the hip and not reaching out. Okay, right now she's reaching out to try to get her speed, where she needs to push more with this hip and get those knees up. So in order for her, and so this right here, always kicking out, is making it so she's spending too long on the ground. So your ground contact time translates into your stride pattern and how fast you can run a 30-meter fly, right? So it has to do with your total velocity. So she needs to increase her total velocity and optimize her stride length. Now the way that you do that is let me pause this and go to the other video that you sent me.